Hey everybody, Heather Tamerlane back with more obscurities in miniature. We have a bunch of special guest stars you'll notice today if you ever watch us regularly, because we're back to those obscurities in 15mm. Today we're going to specifically look at some of Battle Valor fantasy figures. And Battle Valor is a company that is basically a one-man company for the most part, Ed Spatig. And they have done quite a few successful Kickstarters, and they are continuing to expand their line. In fact, they have a Kickstarter running as I am filming this that ends pretty soon. So I'm going to put a link to that down below if you want to check it out, because it's a pretty good deal. But today specifically, we're going to take a look at one of the character packs. This, I believe, is... It doesn't say. Oh, this is the Frigian character pack, and I gotta say, the character packs are a pretty cool little deal. So yes, they are in 15mm, and let's see if I can get that zoomed in so you can get a little bit better look. But each of these character packs consists of all of the main types of hero models you would see in an army. So we have here the typical wizard, and again, these are 15mm, but they actually are a little closer to 18mm in size. So if that's a turn-off or that's a big deal for you, you know, keep that in mind. We've got a prophet type here. I really like this guy. The horned helmet there. Very characterful sculpts. That's what you get when you work with hand sculpted figures. Brigand robber type dude. Another spellcaster, female spellcaster of some sort. And another armored warrior looking dude. Berserker type, I guess. Again, very heroic looking, very unique individual sculpts. So another couple of spellcasters, but the coolest thing, another heroine, is they include mounted models as well. So we have, I believe this is the Pegasus, yes. So we have a hero mounted on a Pegasus, and obviously we're going to have to work on those, getting those holes drilled out there for the wings to attach. And I saw the rider somewhere. I was going to say it was a Valkyrie. Well, I guess it maybe an Einherjar. We're going to need to do some cleaning there to get him on his steed. And then we have a regular Viking type dude on horseback. So my first thought was, with this kind of a set, you've got basically everybody you really need in order to have a Frostgrave warband. And while the scale, it was supposedly, let's get a little bit closer on the ground for him. So supposedly, like I said, these are closer to 20mm, 18 or 20mm, and that's even straight from the Battle Valor website. But you can see that they scale pretty well. I've got a couple of Kursan and a White Dragon power armor guy here. They don't look too out of place, really. So if you wanted to try doing some kind of 15mm skirmish stuff, I'm thinking these guys are going to be perfect for Frostgrave. You've got everything you need in a warband, basically, in just one box. And if you're going to go in on their Kickstarter that they have running, or, you know, it really is a good deal because you get all the kind of bonus freebies, and I just want more for myself. So I have my own personal vested interest in it, but you really do get a lot of bang for your buck. So if you want an entire warband, I mean, even right now off their website, I want to say it's like $12, $14, and you get just as many figures, including mounted guys. Not a bad deal. And they, I mean, even I grabbed a 1/72 Lizardman, and he seems a little bit bigger. There's some alternative army guys in here as well. Whee! From their laser blast line. So I'm quite pleased with what I got there. And I also happen to grab, and if you know me and you know that I prefer reptiles over just about anything else, I also grabbed a bag of their Scalian, I believe that's, I want to say Sicilian, but that's not right, Scalian swordsmen. And the Scalians are Battle Valor's Lizardmen. So again, pretty nicely cast. It's going to need a little bit of cleanup between his legs especially, but you know, you can see they've got the armor on there. They all have shields. There's a little hole drilled out for them. I wonder if there's any shield variations. I'm going to have to spend some time getting that cleaned out. And I don't know if I got this set with the command weapons or not. So these guys are going to require a bit... Whoa, we don't want you to break that yet. A bit more cleanup than our human friends there. On the other hand, they're a lot more fun to play around with. And they're the reason I have the 1/72 scale. I want to say these were Caesar miniature Lizardmen. So they're a little bit smaller, but since they are made in metal, there's a little bit more flex and give in the casting material that you can actually kind of customize them and tweak them to your liking. Whereas, you know, this guy, he's set in stone despite his rubberiness. So again, these guys, again, they're going to need a little bit more cleanup. Hopefully it's not too big of a deal. I think this is a half pack. I think I only got 14 in here. The full one is like 35 guys for like 24 bucks. And I mean, ideally, you'd want to use something like that in a game like Kings of War or Battle Valor's own game by the same name. But I think given enough of these half packs, and they also have a skirmish option available, which is like 8 figures, 8 human infantry size figures, or they're animals or cavalry, and it's like $8. So that's an option as well. You could probably flesh out a pretty decent Frostgrave bestiary. You could put together a lot of stuff to do a 15mm Dungeons and Dragons campaign. You could do a lot there. So overall, really happy with what I got. I am looking forward to seeing their Kickstarter unlock even more goodies, because I like goodies. And I would like to see if I can talk my brother Barzam into actually playing something at this scale. I know he'd prefer the sci-fi stuff, but I like the fantasy guys. And usually I don't go in for the Vikings or any kind of Nordic type characters, but these guys they had a certain appeal. This guy's getting painted first. He absolutely is. And they can go hang out with the Oni. I want to say those were Battle Valor also that I got. Sadly, those still aren't available, but I do know that their samurai range is. So if you're interested, take a look at their Kickstarter, take a look at their webpage. They're all reasonably priced. That is the one best thing I love about the 15mm stuff. You can get a lot of bang for your buck, especially if you want character packs. And they are going to be expanding into every single race. They already have the dwarves available. I want to say the elves are available. We've got the Nordic dudes here. The rangery druid types. I want to say, were those the Bestians? I don't remember which race they are, but there's a couple of them. Check out their website. There's plenty to look at, and they have lots of lore buried in there too. With that said, I hope this has been somewhat informative for you. Hope you can check them out. Hope you can support all these little companies, because I love them, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.